Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Shay Explores Daily, and this is the first video of my Rio de Janeiro series here in Brazil. And behind me we are going to explore the famous Sugarloaf Mountain, or Pau de Açúcar in Portuguese. So guys, the mountain behind me, there's actually two of them basically, and these go back to I think the 1900s, and these are one of the first cable cars of its kind to be built in Brazil and anywhere in the world. I believe the height goes up to almost 400 meters of height, but it's really cool because as you go up, you'll get fantastic views of Rio de Janeiro, but also as well, there's actually restaurants and bars up there as well. So it is a picturesque view of the city of Rio. Now this part of Rio that I'm standing in is actually a military area. So all around here you'll see various military tributes and military personnel around the area. So let's walk around now and have a look and see who's here or what's here. So I don't know if you can see it, but it says Town Hall of the City of Rio de Janeiro, Municipal Secretary of Meio Middle Environment, something, and it's in tribute to Chafariz da Praça General Tubaruso, basically, who I believe obviously was in the military, and this was put here in August of 2001. So in front of me you have like this beautiful little lake sort of thing here. It's like a little beautiful lake in tribute to him right there. So guys, behind me you have the Monumento aos Heroes de Laguna e Doutorais. So the monument to the heroes of Laguna e Doutorais. I think these are all some kind of Brazilian military general tributes, but you can see that right here. And this statue here goes back to the year 1941. So 1941 was when this was inaugurated. So the Retirada da Laguna was a war that happened in Paraguay, which is a neighboring country to Brazil, and it happened in the 1800s. So this here is in tribute to that. So here you can see his name, and then you've got like, I believe, is that him? Or like some kind of military general bending back. And then you've got like a mural here, and it says here, Combat of Joy, or Fight of Joy, I think it is. It says Retomada de Corumba. I'm not sure what that is, I'll put it on the screen. But it's like an illustration here of what happened. So you can see here various military personnel fighting. You can see they've got their guns there, or their weapons. And you can see them sort of working in unison together as well. And on this side it says Transporte dos Coleicos. I think in English that translates to the transportation or the transport of the angry people. And as you can see, I'm guessing that's them there basically, all moving around. But you can see that there as well. Then as you walk around, you just see a huge variety of things, of sculptures on this gigantic statue. Here you've got a statue of Colonel Camisao, who I believe was a war general during the Paraguayan War, I think in the 1800s. So that's him there. Then as you go down as well, yet again you can see another sculpture of soldiers. I'm guessing these are obviously Brazilian soldiers, and this was in the Retirada do Tenente, I think that is. And as you can see it there, and I think this was done by someone called Oliveira Melio. I think that's the person who actually drew this. Then here you've got another tribute to the Salvamento dos Canals. I'm not sure what that is, but you can see it there again. Here you've got a tribute to someone called Dia Lopez. I'm not sure who that is. Can any Brazilians tell me who that is? And yet again you can see another battle. This one is the attack ao Forte de Coimbra. Coimbra is a city in Portugal, I think. So this may have something to do with something in Portugal, I'm not too sure, as you can see there. And then you've got here, it says Marcha Forçada. And if I'm not mistaken, in English, I think that means forced march. So I'm guessing these soldiers here would have been forcing their way into somewhere. You can see them kind of leaning against each other. So that's something to do with some kind of forced march. I'm not too sure what it is, but I think that's what it means. And the Doutourados, or Combate de Dourados, was a war between Paraguay and the Triple Alliance of, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Brazil, Argentina and Uruguay. So this talks about that as well. So behind me, you've got the Military Institute of Engineering. So as I mentioned, this whole area is all owned by the military. So that building there, I believe, is like some kind of military school or training facility. The building's absolutely huge, as you can see there, but it's literally right outside the entrance to the Sugarloaf Mountain. So two more cool things that I want to show you before we go on up the mountain. Guys, look at this view, look at this beautiful beach. So this is called Praia de Vermelha. Vermelha means red in Portuguese. But at the top there, I don't know if you can see it, right at the top, that is where we're going up there. Basically, the cable car will take you all the way up there, from there. You can see that there, basically. And then here you've got a beautiful, beautiful beach, right here. And then here you've got the Circulo Militar da Praia Vermelha. So I'm guessing this is the military post of Praia Vermelha, basically. You've got like a little cannon there, and then you've got like a little Santander bank there. But as you can see, the beach is absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely incredible, unbelievable. And here, guys, it looks like we've got some kind of memorial. You can see a soldier here holding a gun, and then you can see here on the left it says, I don't know if you can see it, it says Recife, which is a city in the north, which I'll be going to, Natal, which is another city in the north, and Rio de Janeiro, which is obviously where we are now. And round the side, if you go around the side, I don't know what that says there, I'm not too sure, but they've got a plaque dedicated to various people. So Major João Ribeiro Pinheiro, Captain Geraldo de Oliveira, Captain Benedicto Lopes Bragança, and then you've got others here. So you've got various cabos, sergeants, and then soldiers as well, also. First thing you notice, guys, you can't see it, but in the background there is Christ the Redeemer, and then in front here you've got this beach called Botafogo, which is where I was before, and then you've got here obviously the Bay of Guanabara, I think that's what it's called, and you can see all the huge variety of boats right there as well. And as you can see just there, you've got another beach. I think that's called Praia de Flamengo, if I'm not mistaken. Then in the far distance there, I don't know if you can see it, but there is like a bridge. Then on that side there, that's not Rio de Janeiro, the city. That is a place called Niterói. You've got Niterói and then a place called São Gonçalo, which is where Vinicius Junior is from. He's from over there. But here you can see the fantastic view, pretty much, of Rio. Down there as well, you can see a neighborhood which is like got some nice houses. I think that's called Urca, if I'm not mistaken. But you can see it's like a little community on its own, literally right next door to all the boats there as well, basically. So really, really cool. And then you can see there, that is the bay, and that bay there leads all the way out to the Atlantic Ocean, basically. So this is the main bay of Rio de Janeiro. Also as well, guys, there is some other cool things around here as well, like little shops and stuff as well, where you can buy ice cream and so on. And there's like little trails and stuff. So let's go around and have a little bit of an explore of this part. So for example, there you've got someone selling like coxinha and food. You've got like this building here, which is, I don't know, like an event center, if I'm not mistaken. And here you can see all the little shops and stuff, etc. Got the shops. And just lots of people up here. Huge amounts of people up here. And also as well, guys, you've got a helipad, as you can see in front of me. So in cities like Rio, where space is compact, helicopters are a cool way of getting around. So I'm guessing the rich and famous don't obviously wait in the queue like people like myself. They'd obviously get a helicopter up here and it would land right there. But in the background there, right there in the background on that peak there, that is Christ the Redeemer, and I will do that video later this week. And here you've got a tribute to Augusto Ramos, basically, and I'll read out what it says. So he was born on the 22nd of August 1860 in Santo Antonio de Pauda in the interior, which is the countryside of the state of Rio de Janeiro. He formed the Engenheira, I think that's engineering by Polytechnic School of Rio de Janeiro in 1908 to participate in the arts of construction of pavilions of national exhibition in the actual Avenida Pasture. So he was a pioneer essentially of engineering right here in Rio de Janeiro. And then here you've got a bust of him basically, so that's what he would have looked like. And then you can see here Augusto Ferreira Ramos, engineer, a Brazilian engineer that idolize and realize the aero path, I think something like that. And here you can see the first stretch, so where we're standing now, in 27th of October 1912, that's when it was officially open, and the second stretch was open on 18th of January 1913, basically. So guys, here we've got what is called Jardim du Mel, so it's basically a honey garden, basically. So you can see here you've got a variety of, well, what looks like honey boxes, and essentially this is where the bees come. Now I have been told that the bees are not, they don't sting basically, apparently, but as you can see there, so here you can see a variety of bees that you'll find here. So you've got a Mandakaya, you've got a Miriam Droyana, you've got a Jatai, you've got quite a few here basically, pretty much. And it says here, did you know who's passed here, or Sagai, and took them to a place where all can observe, discover in the Livrento, I don't know what that is, the place where they were formed. So guys, I'm finally at the top of Pau de Acusa, and as you can see the view from the top of Sugarloaf Mountain. So pretty much the same view as down below, except a little bit higher. But I don't know if you can see it in the background there. You can see the airport. That is the international airport that I came in from there. I believe that's it. But yeah, similar kind of views. Also as well guys, you can see in the middle there lots of cargo ships and stuff. So a lot of cargo ships and stuff will basically dock inside the bay here basically as well. So a lot of ships will come in. They'll basically dock in this area and do what they have to do. But I believe the main port in Brazil, in the south of Brazil, the southeast, is at Santos, I believe. I think that's the main port if I'm not mistaken. But you can see all the boats there pretty much. So guys, yet again, just some more shops. You've got like a jewelry store here selling jewelry and stuff, and then you can just see going all the way around. Guys, here you can see the best view I think in the whole city, apart from obviously at Christ the Redeemer. You can see where we started right there in the beginning. You can see the beach, Praia de Vermelho, and in the back there you can see Copacabana. That's Praia de Copacabana, or Copacabana beach right there. You can see that right there, and obviously you can see some clouds as well. But yeah, you get a good idea. Or is that smoke? Don't know what that is. Probably smoke. But yeah, you get a good idea of the view. Down there you've got a restaurant. As I spoke about before, there's loads of restaurants in here. And then in the far distance over there, you can see a cargo ship. You can't see it. That's a cargo ship, and you can see just a variety of islands there. And you can see, guys, that Rio is a city of hills, of mountains. There's lots of hills and mountains in this city, which is what I think makes it very, very unique. So here you've got a tribute to someone called Cristobal Leche de Castro. So as you can see here, he was born on the 15th of April 1904 in Belo Horizonte, Minas Gerais, which is in the next state. Graduated in 1928 in engineering by the Polytechnic School of Rio de Janeiro. And as you can see, his legacy is absolutely huge. So this here commemorates, it says idolize and realize the I don't know what that is, of bread, of Sugarloaf Mountain, inaugurated on the 29th of October 1972. So he was instrumental in creating this current mountain that we have here. So Pau de Acusa, he is credited with being the person who essentially invented all of this. So overall, how do I rate this experience? Overall, it's been good. My only criticism of it is that basically I've been in here for like 3 hours, but apart from that, it's okay. I paid about 195 Brazilian reais. I'll put the amount in pounds on the screen, but overall it wasn't too bad as well. So yeah, not bad. That is it, guys, for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know, where should I go next? I'll see you guys on the next video, as I've got many more videos coming. I'll see you soon.